Hello guys, how are you healing? This is Bored Beauty, and we are the BB Rebellion. This channel is about self-love, self-validation, and being full of yourself. This is where you redefine the boundaries put on you of just how much you can love yourself before it's too much, and where you refuse to give your power away or wait for someone else to appreciate you or tell you you're good enough. Why exactly is it so scary for people to be full of themselves? People say being full of yourself means to have an excessively high opinion of oneself, often to the point of being arrogant and self-centered, where someone believes they are very important and superior to others, which can come across as annoying or even conceited. This definition recently changed from its original value that to love oneself and that being full of oneself is considered a sin. In the revised definition, they give you an idea of how you should feel about this phrase and the person embodying it. The highlighted words beginning this video are a clear sign that this behavior and anyone being full of themselves is horrible. Why? Follow my channel. And when I'm done, not only will you be full of yourself, but you will be so, unapologetically and unconditionally. With all due love and respect for everyone, including yourself this time. Welcome, Bored Beauty Rebels. Today we're going to discuss how those who deem themselves the most powerful are trying to force us all into an easy-to-manage, manipulate, and open to put more stuff into box. And why it's not only okay to be full of yourself, but it's also necessary. Do you ever feel like your life isn't your own? And when you are right on the verge of a breakthrough, something always stops your progress, like self-sabotage? Or perhaps you feel undeserving, unworthy of having the things you want, and you just can't let those feelings go? Or maybe you only really feel comfortable catering to others, often not knowing what your own feelings or needs might be. This is not entirely your fault, but it is why you need to call on the power of unconditional self-love. You need to see that you already have everything to live your best life possible. We must know ourselves better and refuse to fall for the manipulative tactics of societal norms. It's time to unbox God. Realize that Source makes no mistakes, and the reason that we feel unheard or helpless is because we don't know any better, and we don't know ourselves. Basically, your feelings are by design. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to control someone who truly knew who they were, right? God's Source, the universe, gave us everything they had. I mean, literally everything to live our best lives possible, and to turn what feels like the impossible around, all in the blink of an eye. The best approach to manipulate the public is by mentally trapping them, which reduces faith and hope by enabling daily thoughts and beliefs to be automatically controlled. After years of having my energy harvested, siphoned, and bound for the benefit of others who wanted nothing more than to see me suffer, control me, manipulate me, then leave me for dead, this is my response. Put God's Source first and remember who you are. Then you will have to steal from no one. I remember, my mom once told me she never said I was pretty or beautiful because she did not want me to be full of myself. Since then, I have become painfully aware of how important it was for me to be just that. Not being so meant that I only felt safe cheering for others while putting myself down, and accepting praise only when it was appropriate. In those years, I unknowingly gave people the key to manipulating me at will. We are all expressions of our Source. How can we then say that God can't be black, green, magenta, white, tan, brown, yellow, have green eyes, red hair, have an accent, have preferences, or look a certain way, be the smallest thing or the biggest? You can't. Look at the power a tiny spider commands. If God or Source is omnipotent, having unlimited power, able to do anything, and energy is neither lost or destroyed, How can you tell God that God can't be? I was once asked who I thought God was. I said God was everything around me, and I meant everything. Not once did I consider that God was me or within me. Why, you might ask? Well, that's easy, it's what I was taught. From a very young age, most of us are taught God exists only outside of us, unreachable, on another plane, one that we will get to see if we are lucky when we die. How convenient. There is an unseen power that you can't touch that sees you, but you can't see it, or so we are taught. Regardless, you know this power. Energy can turn your life into whatever it sees fit. So, why is it so scary for people to be full of themselves? Because they are harder to control, that's why. If one didn't know better, this lack of knowledge alone has the potential to derail, destroy, or limit a person completely depending on their circumstances.
Now you know.
I know what you are thinking, so I am going to address it now. What about killing, non-consensual sex, slavery, oppression, and so many other of humanity's worst crimes? This is why God's source and pure love energy have the power to correct and illuminate all things. Put God first, for source is all things, there is no picking and choosing. This fact alone makes us all equal in our own ways. Balance will always be restored. But what you weren't told is we have more to do with this than we think. You see, I am not taking power away from God. You can't. I am putting it back where it belongs, with the God in you. Those of us who already knew this, abused their power or fought to keep an imbalance. Confusion, turmoil, conflict. This is why everything, everyone, down to the smallest spider, plays a part in making things balanced. When I say I am putting the power back where it belongs, with God's source you, what I am essentially saying is we all have the power to make choices and to decide, even the tiniest insect. We can take a life, give a life, and change a life or lives for the better or worse. That's some power, am I right? Very godlike. Injustices will always be rectified. The longer it takes, and the more of an imbalance that is created with this lapse, the more effort that must go into creating balance. And sometimes it's not pretty. What if we are always confused, at odds, full of hate and turmoil? We can't think straight, and we are constantly being fed someone else's agenda? Yes, a power is being operated, but it is one power with one agenda, and that is usually to remain in power. This is where the flow of life gets stagnated because everyone and everything is being convinced to get in a box. Evolution is then halted when only certain things are allowed to occur. This is why it is important to get to know oneself. Stay true to who you are, so no one can rewrite your story. In other words, it's okay. Be full of yourself.